Hey, Claire. Nice to see you again. Happy New Year.
You?
Uh, we actually saw each other for New Year's already because we took a course. We took the course with Mado from the Yoga Teacher Resource podcast. So let me show you that. We paid for this course, and I took it after I listened to Mado's latest episode, which she now has two, but it was called How to Set Goals You Can Actually Accomplish. And I really like that title. And so you and I signed up for her workshop, and we did a goal setting session. I thought it was kind of interesting because I have actually led goal setting workshops like for 10 years. I've led them. I call them Kundalini Kickstart, and I haven't done them for the last 2 years though during COVID because it's just been too busy for me. So we kind of like decided to pay for this, even though we could have done it ourselves because we wanted to get that new perspective from someone who's doing something different than what we are. And I found it really worthwhile. What do you think?
I actually also found it very worthwhile. And I know that I too offer not so much goal setting workshops, but lots of opportunities in my classes and in my trainings for people to reflect. So it's interesting to me that the biggest highlight or the takeaway that I got from the workshop with Mado was the portion on reflection and how valuable that is. And what really came to light was, she asked, almost define success. What does success mean for you in your personal life and in your professional life? And of course, then layer that with how do we find balance between the two? And actually, as we move forward with this yoga trainer fast track, one of the things I was considering for 2022 was not, I almost want to gasp, not leading a 200-hour teacher training course myself this year. And it was really the reflection hosted by Mado that got me to think about what it is that I want for 2022 and the reflection on what brought me joy in 2021. And with all of the ups and downs, the roller coaster that was 2021, in reflection, I did realize that those weekly meetings, they were Zoom meetings, it was hosted all online. Those weekly meetings with trainees brought me a ton of joy. Those conversations and, you know, being able to plant the seed for their aha moments actually brought me a lot of joy. So that was something I almost didn't put in my 2022 offerings. And why wouldn't I? It makes me so happy to lead teacher training. How about you? What did you
Yeah,
take
I
away?
think that's really insightful because sometimes I think it's like we forget like what we when you're running a business, you kind of get so caught up in all the business tasks that you forget what you actually love doing. So I'm really glad you had that insight to like not take out the one thing you love and just leave in all the things that are like the hard work.
Right.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. The reflection on 2021 was really powerful. And I found that it was the connections that were the highlights for me. And for me, two things. I took the summer off last year, and which meant that I was working a lot in the spring and the fall, and that those trainings were really the highlight. And then when the summer came, I just was like, oh, who wants to be on Zoom in the summer? Like, we live in Canada, so it's like you don't get that many great months here. Who wants to be on Zoom? And why would I ever ask people to be stuck at their computer in the summer? And I took the summer off. And then I realized, like, wow, a highlight from last year was being able to set my own schedule. And I realized like that what a gift that is, because I know so many teachers, or not teachers, rather teachers have a nice schedule, usually, but so many people who work in jobs where they don't get to take the summer off if they want to. So that was a real bonus of being a trainer, and looking at my schedule was setting my own schedule.
Yeah. That is also very insightful to be thankful for the ability to set your own schedule. That's, I think, a very much a gift in the way the world turns these days. So that's really wonderful. And yeah, just being able to do what it is that you love. And I can't believe that I almost took an offering that I really enjoy off of the table, off of the schedule, because I was so task oriented, with a little bit overwhelmed too with what needs to happen and all of the to-dos, that we forget to bring in the joy. So I think a little bit more structure in the professional life brings more balance in the personal life, and then that's where we get the joy. So we want to put that out there to you as well. What is it that brings you joy? And just be really careful when you are scheduling your trainings, making sure that you do it in a way that serves you and you can do more, like actually schedule in more of what you love.
That reminds me of when we were writing the manuals for the training, like how many things we had to give up. We both stopped teaching to make time to write our teacher training. So it's nice to be at that point where we don't have to think about that anymore, and we really do get to do what we love. And then plus, the other thing that happened last year that I loved was in my kids yoga training, I decided to do these monthly check-ins for kids yoga teachers. And I that was also a highlight. Like, again, connecting on Zoom. And what's funny, Claire, you and I don't even live in the same province anymore. And I another highlight is was our meetings, like our weekly meetings. Like, we're not doing it alone, but it's like, okay, I got to call Claire. She's going to talk me off the ledge of something that's going to happen. Like, those connections on Zoom are still really valuable. And so with that being said, we were looking at, like, how can we create more connections? And so we decided, let me see if I can share this. We decided to do an open house, and here it is. So this is one of our other favorite things, is making our funny YouTube thumbnails. But we thought, you and I meet every week on Zoom
Yeah.
to do our work, and we're just going to give you the link so that you can meet with us next Tuesday, January 18th, from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And during that 3-hour period, whoever wants to drop in to the open house can come and talk to us. We're going to be there anyways, working on our stuff. So, what can people ask us? Anything you want. Ask us anything. You could ask us about your yoga teacher planning, your teacher training manuals, the trainer fast track, how you teach online. We actually have a couple trainers who are going to come and talk to us about how do I move the training online. It's basically ask me anything time during our open house next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun time, I think. And I invite you to pop in if you have any burning question, or if you feel like you're so close and ready to being a trainer and you're not sure of the process or the schedule, or there's objections coming up for you. We've pretty much done it all. We've really been through it all. We've been offering trainings for a long time. We've pivoted to online. We've created this training. We've done Yoga Alliance. We feel like we can be a really great, valuable resource for you. So, of course, we have our free course about how you can have your own yoga school and be the lead trainer in your own yoga school. And it's a free course. All you have to do is hop into that course, and you'll see at the very bottom, this is not a course where you have to follow in succession. You can hop around the course, look at the details that are most interesting to you. And at the very bottom, you'll see the opportunity to register for our yoga trainer open house. So you hop on in there, and there will be a Zoom link that you can click on next Tuesday. and just pop yourself into our meeting. Say hello, introduce yourself, ask your questions. Honestly, anything goes, and hopefully we'll have an answer for you. Anything we have not encountered yet, which I don't think there's much, but anything we've not encountered yet, we can certainly find out for you. We want to build a really great relationship with you. We want to work with you. If you're interested in leading a teacher training and having a yoga school, just let us help you. We've been through it. So hop in and ask us anything.